Hey guys, I'm back and I'm bringing a great topic to talk about today, comparing Division 1 and Division 3. I've compared the game days, the apparel, the equipment, and now in this video I'm going to compare the on-ice gameplay and what I feel like separates these two divisions. Not too many guys have played at both of these levels and can share their opinion from experience, but hey, that's what I'm here for, and I'll do my best to share it with you guys.
Northside pulling shorty, yeah, that's right. Scared you wasn't lame, boy. Get up out my face. Now my ex keep calling, swear that she be in the way. And I need a day red bone, shorty wild late. Bad bitch in LA.
Before I get started with this video, I just want to say that D3 hockey is not bad hockey at all. If you have the opportunity to play D3, definitely take it because it can open so many doors up for you in the future, and it is a great level to play at. I wouldn't say that there's a solid line splitting up a D1 caliber player with a D3 caliber player. The difference is not clear cut. Of course, you have your outliers on each end of the spectrum, but the majority of the players actually lie in this middle area. It's kind of like a mix. There's definitely players in D3 that could be playing D1, and for a handful of reasons like politics, money, opportunity, that can affect a player's outcome. Alright, so the first difference that I noticed between Division 1 and Division 3 was the speed of the game. So in Division 3, I definitely felt like I had more time with the puck to make decisions, and I wouldn't say that this is just because of D1 guys being faster than D3 guys, because this isn't totally true. There's definitely fast and slow guys at Division 1 and Division 3. I think the speed of the game ties more into just being consistent with passes, being in the right position all the time, and making the right plays. The forecheckers weren't on me right away in Division 3. Most of the time I had room to get the puck, skate with it a bit, and then make a play. Playing Division 1, it was much harder to grab the puck out of the corner and then skate out of the zone with it. The guys would just be on you right away and they would angle you off much quicker. With that being said, there were definitely games in Division 3 where I didn't have time to make a play. I'd say the better teams actually make it feel more like you're playing at the Division 1 level, but it's just not like that every night. Alright, so the second thing that I thought was fairly different was the structure of the game. In Division 3, it was more run and gun versus Division 1, which was heavily systematic and the players were in the right position more often. In Division 1, systems in practice and during video are emphasized more. Overall, there are more systems to learn and the expectations to be in position are greater, and I just felt like this carried over the way the game was played. I feel like all the players in D1 really knew how to play defense and just play in the defensive zone, which as a D-man it made it really hard to create offense. In D3 it was definitely easier to find gaps, make switches, and then get players out of position. Overall, the whole structure and systems thing just plays a role in making the game flow better. It speeds it up and less errors are made. So the third point I'm going to make is on overall athleticism and compete. I would say that if you fitness tested all the D3 teams and all the D1 teams out there, I would bet that majority of the time a D1 team will have better numbers on a fitness test than a D3 team. I'd actually be very interested to see results on that. But anyways, if I am right, this just ties into the fact that if you're going against better competitors from a fitness perspective, overall the game is going to be harder to play. It raises up the compete level, the 50-50 battles are more difficult, moving guys in front of the net is harder, and just overall defending will be harder. So I got some good friends and teammates that have also played Division 1 and Division 3. I got them to text me and share their experience of what they thought the difference was. First off, we got Cole Pickup, who was my old roommate in Omaha. He now plays on Wisconsin Concordia. Here's what he said. I think the main difference between D1 and D3 for on-ice play is the speed and how systematical D1 is. D3, in my opinion, is more physical and has a run and gun style to it. The top players in D3 aren't far off of D1 players. Yeah, he's absolutely right. The speed and the systems are definitely different, but like he said, if you're playing D3, you're not as far off from D1 as you may think you are. This next message is from Troy York. He's my teammate now at Wisconsin Superior, and he used to play at RPI. D1, the games are more controlled and smoother. Not that the players are that much better, they just produce less errors like passing and defensive coverage. This makes speed come in and the game is a little bit faster at D1. For me at least, at D3 I'm able to think a little bit longer and try to make a play knowing there's more time than there would be at D1. Again, I agree a lot with his opinion. He touches on how in D3 he feels like he has more time with the puck, and like I said, I feel like that was true for myself as well. When I think about players in D3 and ask myself why they didn't make it, to Division 1, it can be hard to find an answer because everything seems to be there. The differences between player to player at these two levels can be small, and it can really be only one thing that will make the difference. Like if you are a really good skater, you have all those attributes, but you just can't see the ice well. Or you have great vision and you make great passes, but your skating isn't quite good enough. Or even a very skilled player, but you just don't have the work ethic. Those things that make an all-around player are very important, and if one of those are missing, that can be a big reason why a D1 team might not take you. In the end, me playing a D3 game versus a D1 game is not any easier overall, and what I mean by that is when you move from a different level in hockey, what can change are your expectations. So for me to play well at the Division 1 level and to be happy with my game, with the role I had, all I really needed was to make clean breakouts. I had to defend well and be a plus at the end of the night. I didn't play on the power play, I didn't get a whole lot of ice, so for me as a defenseman to go get a point was sort of a bonus in terms of what my role was. In D3, I add offense to my role, so for me to be happy at the end of the night, I need to be on the score sheet, I need to be a plus, and I need to produce some sort of offense on the power play night in and night out. That job is equally as difficult as the job I had at D1, so just because I moved down a level doesn't make things any easier. My expectations get greater and it still requires me to be at my best. I hope that makes some sort of sense, and you guys need to know how important it is to know your role, adjust to it, and then make sure that you're playing at your best each night. Alright, so that wraps up my opinion on the differences between Division 1 and Division 3 gameplay. I really hope you took something out of this, and if you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'd love to answer those for you. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.